We can finally hold fruit with robotic lobster shells. Scientists at EPFL School of Engineering used discarded langoustine abdomen shells to make a robotic manipulator. They chose the exoskeleton for its rigidity and flexibility and combined it with an elastomer that controlled each of the segments. They mounted it on a motorized base and covered it all with a silicone coating to reinforce it. Two exoskeletons could successfully grab and hold a variety of objects of different sizes and shapes, ranging from a highlighter pen to a tomato. This is a great proof of concept showing that discarded food waste could be used in robotic systems, making their design sustainable with reuse and recycling, and delicious when dunked in clarified butter. This is the latest in science news. This is the 150th episode of Mind Blow. The largest dinosaur track site in the world has been discovered. The Carreras Pampa track site in Torotoro National Park in Bolivia features over 18,000 tracks that were made around 70 million years ago. They recorded 16,600 three-toed tracks spread across 1,321 trackways, 289 lone prints, and 1,378 swim tracks across 280 trackways. All of the tracks belong to theropods, a group that includes modern birds and carnivorous dinosaurs. The track site was once the shoreline of a freshwater lake, and while it has since evaporated, the soft carbonate-rich mud made the perfect environment to preserve tracks. The layers of land were made up of oval calcium carbonate grains and fine-grained silicates, so when it was wet, it was soft enough to make the tracks and firm enough to maintain the shape long enough for the fossilization process to happen. Pretty cool! And this is pretty science fiction. A new brain simulation is one of the most comprehensive ever created and might allow us to model and study diseases like Alzheimer's. Made by teams from Allen Institute in the US and the University of Electrocommunications in Japan, it simulates the entire mouse cortex and includes 9 million neurons and 26 billion synapses, and there are 86 interconnected regions that can process quadrillions of calculations per second. It shows individual neurons connecting and apparently can display diseases spreading throughout the brain. They've actually already made discoveries about the synchronization of brainwaves and how the two hemispheres of the mouse brain interact. Next up for the mouse brain, try to take over the world. And here's a robot T-Rex, because you need it. Limex Dynamics combined their multimodal bipedal robot Tron 1 with a dinosaur skin. It has a built-in AI voice module that can support voice wake-up and control, and its stability allows for all-terrain movement. This robo-dino boasts a strong 1-hour battery life on a single charge with a 3-second battery swap. The base Tron 1 is ready to use right out of the box. It actually comes with 3 foot ends, a pointy foot end, a sole for a more humanoid leg, and wheels. I just think they put the T-Rex skin on it to scare children. Meanwhile, here's a baseball robot. It can catch, throw, and hit baseballs not just with humans, but with other robots too. The robots were built by researchers at RAI Institute to study dynamic robot manipulation. They're capable of using quick reaction times to catch and hit baseballs that are thrown short distances like 23 feet and catch them thrown up to 41 miles per hour. They can hit baseballs thrown up to 30 miles per hour, and they're capable of throwing the balls 70 miles per hour. They can also dance the Macarena for some reason. But me, I'm just waiting for real-life Base Wars. That was a good game. Goths rejoice at the blackest fabric ever made. Engineers at Cornell University say it absorbs a staggering 99.87% of all light that hits it. They dyed a white merino wool fabric with polydopamine, a synthetic melanin polymer. Afterwards, they placed it in a plasma chamber and etched it with tiny structures called nanofibrils, which are basically tiny fibers that trap light. Then light bounces back and forth between the fibrils instead of being reflected back out, and that's what causes the stark ultra-black look. They took inspiration from the riflebird of New Guinea and northern Australia, and while things like Vanta Black that absorbs 99.96% of light and an MIT-made material that absorbs 99.995% of light do exist, they are expensive and difficult to make, and this fabric is easy and cheap to manufacture at scale. So stay spooky, my friends. We're officially at the make them fall down funny stage of robot development. This robot learns soft and stylized falling, protecting its own important robot parts should a fall occur. Most teams are working hard to prevent robots from falling at all, and meanwhile, this new research focused specifically on teaching them how to fall, both as a means of protecting themselves and also to just look cool doing it, which I appreciate. And now, the incredible Videonow XP from 2005.
Are you ready for the new Videonow experience? Explore over 100 discs on the biggest Videonow screen ever. Express yourself with tons of cool music videos, anytime, anywhere. Explode into action with any Videonow disc. And XP gives you extra play with interactive gaming. Watch shows, listen to music, play games with the new Videonow XP. Each sold separately, batteries not included, plays only Videonow discs.